Make uma people, sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo. E a família, sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo. E como viste pelo título do vídeo, exatamente, malta, é mesmo isso aí. Eu vou estar aqui a fazer um react, basicamente. Acho que é mesmo isso. Do tipo, vocês já vão perceber, família. Eu não vou estar aqui a falar muito. Tá vendo? Eu tenho de repetir as palavras e vocês já me sabem. Então, família, se já gostou desse vídeo, velho, subscreva o canal, deixa o teu like, comenta mesmo aí. Porque, mano, quem mesmo subscreveu o canal, olha só, olha só. Eu não vou falar muito, isso vai falar por si, que vocês devem partilhar por respeito ao Yaniga. Olha só, olha só. Então, família, subscreva o canal, deixa o teu like, 1, 2, 3 intros.
Iceberg, por isso os meus putos sempre frescos. Mesmo eu no xadrez vocês tentam, tá gato. Aqui não tem como ter como. Antes dos 20, Cabo já tava no Benz. Antes dos 30, Lisboa, Vista Tejo.
Meu people, já voltamos, meu people, já voltamos. E sem mais demora, vamos estar aqui a reagir o vídeo e prestem bem atenção.
My name is Amy Briggs. I'm from Lafargeville, New York. Been married for 22 years. We have 2 beautiful children. Michael is a great kid. He loves sports. He plays lacrosse. He's bright, top of his class. Daniel was an old soul. He had a soft side of him that was second to none for a kid his age. He wanted to help people. Our neighbor down the road had cancer, and Daniel was by his side every day. Daniel went over and sat and talked to him and held his hand. And after he died, Daniel went over and helped his wife. It wasn't like he was doing it out of obligation either. He did it because he truly wanted to do it. That's who he was. Daniel had really been bullied most of his school career. When he hit high school, it exploded. He didn't fit in with a lot of the crowds. He wasn't into sports. He was into hunting and trapping, which not a lot of kids his age are into. So he had a hard time finding kids who had common interests with him. So that made him a target a lot of the time. It started out with words. He was called just horrible names. It progressed to having trash thrown at him. He was punched in the stomach. He was made to lick a bus window. He was jumped from behind walking to the buses. He was ridiculed for the music he listened to. You name it. They looked for any little thing just to make his life miserable. When he was jumped walking to the bus, the boy told him the night before that he was going to do it. He said to him in a text, "Why? I know you don't like me. That's why I don't come near you. I don't have any interactions with you. I respect that. Why can't you respect me? What have I done to you?" His response was, "Because you're a pussy and you need your ass kicked." It makes no sense to me even today. One of the kids that Daniel had a lot of issues with had texted him. I saw the text myself. And it said, "Why don't you take one of your precious guns and do the world a favor, go kill yourself?" He texted that same kid and he said, "You won't have to worry about me anymore. I'm going to go home and kill myself." And the kid came back with, "Put up or shut up." That day, he told people in lunch, he had told people in his classroom, told a number of people on the bus that he was going to kill himself. Those were his words, "I'm going home and I'm going to kill myself." And the bus driver said, "I'll see you tomorrow, Dan." He told the bus driver, "You won't see me tomorrow." The one person he knew that would do something was the last person he texted and the last person he called, his hunting friend Matt. He knew Matt would try to call us, and he said to Matt, "Please don't call my mom. My mom will take me to the hospital." He was trying to keep Daniel on the phone, get his sister's attention. He was writing her notes and having her call their father, who's a friend of my husband's. And we missed the call. We missed the call. We came out of Michael's basketball game, and my husband Rob said, "I missed a call from Cal. I'll call him when I get home." Next thing happened, literally within a minute of saying that, so our other friend Wally calls. Now, guys don't talk to each other all the time. And Rob runs to the van and he said, Daniel's talking suicide. I called my next door neighbor and I begged her to go over and check on him. And she walked in the door and she yelled, Daniel. And she thought she heard him say something. And she shouted out, we love you. And then she heard the shotgun blast. And I ran to his room, and the sight that I saw was horrific. It was horrific. And I remember hearing myself screaming, but I couldn't feel it. And running back outside. And I could hear Michael screaming, I want my brother back. And every EMT that showed up, I begged him, please just find a pulse. I'll take him any way that I can have him. And there was. I've played a million scenarios over in my head what I would do if I was there 30 minutes earlier. Knowing what I know now, I would just wrap him in my arms and just beg him and tell him how much he means to so many people. Because so many people have talked to us since he died. They've sent us letters. I received letters from kids his age. I just wish he knew how much he meant to so many people. He did matter. He does matter. His book bag with his books, still right on the bench where he left it that day. We will never recover from this. Never. When somebody tells you that they are going to kill themselves or they're going to do harm, do something. Tell somebody, give them their 15 minutes. Validate them.
E a família? Vocês viram o vídeo? Eu estava no vídeo a partir daqui, acho que vocês deram conta, sei lá. E a família é bem triste, uma senhora perder o filho por causa do bullying, mano. Por causa do bullying é bem triste porque no fundo ele queria que alguém impedisse, e dizia contra eles. No fundo, acho que ele, mesmo verdade, ele queria que alguém impedisse, e ninguém impediu, porque ele avisou a todo mundo, mano. Ele avisou a todo mundo que iria se matar, avisou nos colegas da escola, avisou no senhor do autocarro. Praticamente ele avisou a todo mundo que ia se matar, mas ninguém impediu, porque a senhora, a mãe do Daniel ainda disse, mano, nós temos que levar as coisas a sério. Se alguém diz vai se matar, mano, passa 15 minutos, como é que ok? Ele escuta, mano, porque nós devemos levar as pessoas a sério, mano. E nós devemos perceber, mano, que as pessoas são todas diferentes, mano, porque, mano, ele era diferente dos outros niggas, estás a ver? Eles gostavam de jogar futebol, ele gostava de caçar. As músicas que o Daniel ouvia era diferente com a música dos colegas. Isso é bem normal, mano. As pessoas são diferentes. E mandavam-lhe lamber a janela dos autocarros. No fundo, mano, o boi sofreu mesmo, mano. E é bem triste. Mano, se eu já fiz isso a alguém, no fundo do coração, peço perdão. Não sei, mas peço mesmo perdão. Rapaz, e ela dizia também, mano, se tu conheces alguém que pode não ser você, mas conheces alguém que está a sofrer bullying, é melhor denunciares, ok, mano, porque isso pode chegar a pessoa mesmo a tirar-se a vida, a se suicidar mesmo. Nós vimos aqui, se calhar muito, já não sei, se calhar tem muita gente que já está morta fisicamente, ou não, psicologicamente ou fisicamente, sei lá, estou a falar também, já estou. E a família, e isso é mesmo bom, é sério, sério, família. Então, família, se já gostaste do vídeo, mano, se inscreva no canal, deixa o teu like, voltamos mesmo aí. Terá muitos redes, boa, nice, mano, terá muita cena boa, terá muitos redes do âmbito, porque os rappers do âmbito estão mesmo a trabalhar, mano, esquece. Os rappers do âmbito estão a trabalhar e eu vou trazer tudo aqui para vocês, em primeira mão. Terá vlogs, terá muita cena boa. Então, família, partilha mesmo contigo, com a tia, com a avó, com todos. E estamos juntos, família. Diga não bullying, diga não preconceito. As pessoas são diferentes. Eu não sou obrigado a curtir o teu estilo de música e nem você ao meu estilo, tá vendo? As pessoas são diferentes, não podem tornar as pessoas iguais. Ele não gostava de jogar futebol, gostava de caçar e sofria bullying. Ele ouvia outras músicas e mandavam-lhe amiga sofria bullying. O mais engraçado é que não levaram a sério. Ele disse a todos que ia se matar, mas triste. Essa história foi de 2016, 2017, mas eu acho que ainda há pessoas que sofrem em 2022. Se calhar só não se terá na vida por Deus, se calhar por causa de Deus. Então, não, família, vamos juntos.